Hi, my name's James and I'm out here wading around on one of our many wader scrapes. Welcome to another episode of Slimbridge's Wildlife Weekly. Well, this week we'll be looking at what effect the wet weather's had on our wading birds, as well as a few interesting rare visitors which have been hiding amongst our cattle. It's been an excellent week because of the rain. It's dropped loads and numbers of birds into our reserve, and our wading scrapes have been a really good place to come and look at birds, particularly things like green sandpipers. We've seen good numbers of those, and actually here at Slimbridge we'll have the second or third highest counts in the whole of the country for that green sandpiper, and this is an excellent time of year to see them. Also quite a few lapwing here at the moment which are in moult as well. See the nice bright summer plumage, also some more tatty worn feathers mixed in there, and some nice feeding behaviour from these birds as well. Reacting on the recent rain conditions, they're tapping away at the surface of the mud to try and encourage the worms to come up as well. Other birds that have dropped in this week, we've seen some good numbers of dunlin coming into the scrapes, and these are very small waders which are bred in the high Arctic. And they're always worth looking through for other species, particularly in the coming weeks we'll be looking for things like curlew sandpiper and little stint amongst them. And we can see the adults here with the black bellies, and a few younger birds mixed amongst them there with the paler bellies as well. And all of these birds, the black-tailed godwits and the dunlins and the green sandpipers, these are all migrant waders which are returning this time of year from breeding higher up in the Arctic, and they're on their way south for the winter time. Whereas the avocets, which have been here all year and have bred here and have actually done very well this year, we've got a large number of young on site, are still very territorial, and they're struggling a bit with all these migrant waders turning up and actually spending huge amounts of time chasing these waders off, which is something they're used to doing to protect the young, which are now fully grown. They don't really need to be doing it, but avocets are really good parents, and they just seem to be inbuilt to just chase everything away. So we've seen some real nice behaviour from them. Well, all birds cope with the weather in different ways, and I'm sure most of us are familiar with cormorants being a water bird. It's quite a common sight across the UK, but they're also quite an interesting bird because although they actually spend the majority of their time in the water to catch their prey, they're actually very poor waterproofing on their feathers. So after they've been hunting, they actually have to haul themselves out and spend a long period of time trying to dry their feathers off before going hunting again. So you'll quite often see on the South Lake here at Slimbridge several cormorants out on the fences with their wings outstretched drying off. Another great place to see wading birds, of course, here at Slimbridge is out on the River Severn on the estuary, and a good place or opportunity to do that is on one of our Land Rover safaris, which are running every day during the summer holidays, weather dependent, and you can join one of us reserve wardens for a tour around the reserve and hopefully encounter some really good wildlife. Well, one of the highlights this week on our Land Rover safaris has been the presence of these three cattle egrets. Cattle egret is generally quite a rare visitor to the UK. They breed mainly in the Mediterranean down into Central Africa. And here we can see two real beautiful individuals in full breeding plumage with the nice sandy brown parts on the breast and on top of the head, and this real purple skin around between the bill and the eye there, which is full breeding condition. Cattle egrets get their name from their behaviour. They spend most of their time feeding amongst herds of cows, where they'll stick very closely to the feet of the cattle as they walk through, disturbing various different creatures. Cattle egrets will eat anything from crickets, any kind of insect really, frogs, mice. They're very successful birds, and it was a real treat to see them here this week. Well, looking ahead at the week's weather, we're in for a bit of a mixed bag with sunshine and showers. But don't let the showers put you off. These can be excellent conditions to find good birds this time of year. Birds migrating down from the Arctic in nice clear conditions will bump into these rain showers and will look to drop down and feed up and rest in a wetland. And this can be any wetland across the UK. So do get out. You might even find yourself some really good birds, things like wood sandpipers and black terns particularly, are birds which will come in on these rain showers. So do make the most of this time of year and these mixed conditions. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and followers on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and see our website for further details.